It looks like the same thing almost, but maybe I'm just
I mean the same,
it's almost
artist. So there's,
it's
like
of course.
The same artist.
Same artist. Touche.
Sorry, that was awesome.
But
Yeah, I'm the same artist.
I do that on, I want to give respect to the pines. That's why I've tried to infuse a lot of hidden pineapples on different on different ones of these,
Papa's popping and locking, Magnum scrutinizing, Papa Max Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 47 of the Papa Mags Pinecast. Mags, we're up to 320 days on our count.
Oh my God, 320
All
days.
right, listen, stop.
What?
No one wants to hear your nonsense this week. No one has time for
What?
it. We had a really important guest. Everyone wants to hear from him, and you can hear that interview.
I guess after these messages.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all safe as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
What's up, James?
Thank you so much.
hey, thanks for having us on.
Of course.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Kidding me?
How you guys been?
Dude, we're doing great. First of all, James, thank you so much for joining. This is great, honestly. Like, it feels like the Godfather's in town. Thinking about that, it's like it's like old school, and Mitch is here.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'd like to do more of these. It's
Anytime. Listen,
Anytime.
Okay.
You yeah. I mean, you're the founder of the project, and it's been a lot of. We've had a lot of fun just kind of running with it, and
That's
just
so
goofing,
cool.
Around for the most part.
It wouldn't be a Pinecast without you, so we wouldn't
Yeah.
even have this.
Yeah. No, this wouldn't be a thing.
I appreciate it, guys, and I appreciate the community. They're so awesome. I love seeing everyone's posts, and it's so cool.
Yeah, well, might as well just get right into it. I think that it was really awesome to see you at ThetaCon, and I know that I've heard like everybody that was there, it was just nothing but like, this is great. Like, it was cool getting a little insight into some of the pines that we've never seen before. I know Mags is a big fan of that. But just the vibe on the whole thing was it was so chill, so cool. And I just had a great time, and I'm just it was really fun and I'm happy that you came.
Likewise, it was wonderful meeting everybody. It was awesome hanging out with all the other pines, you guys, and I can't wait till the next event. We could all meet up.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait for next time.
It was a pleasure meeting everyone. Honestly, like every single person I met was so cool.
Yeah, same here. It's a group of great people. Ketch was all right, but everybody else was really cool. I guess Swampy was just all right too. I'm just messing.
I wasn't sure if you guys remembered I was still here or not, but thanks for I'm here. Okay, I'll go back on mute.
We were the only ones to really see eye to eye there,
That's a good point, eh?
So James, I got a question. Where does Rare Robot originate from?
I think it was from one of my, or a few of my 3D creations. They got accepted into international digital publication called Expose. They used to be the premier digital arts book back in the day, and I just kind of got known for some of the robots that I made back in the day. So that's where that comes from. A lot of my cool sci-fi art, pretty much.
Is that some of the stuff that's on your website right now?
On the website, yep.
Very cool. I was actually just on there a little bit ago. Looks like there's some new stuff that got added, or maybe I missed it before. But on that landing page, there's kind of flips through some. Either I missed it or they're new.
Which ones?
I saw Darth Vader was one of them. There was one at the end that had R2D2 and C3PO walking down. Looked like there was like two armies on either side of them.
Yeah.
With the opposing flags.
Yeah,
One of the flags looked like one of the artifacts a little bit.
Oh, interesting. That's cool. Well, when I did that challenge, it was like under some of the Star Wars art directors, and our task was to make a faction of our own that would form an alliance between like a modern day Star Wars fleet. So that particular piece was trying to symbolize the alliance of the faction I created and another one and try to link them,
Nice. There's also there's another page on your website where it had a lot more of definitely having the artifacts in there. The tetrahedron, like you got this big skull guy coming out of somewhere.
Yeah.
With like an angel on a platform, all golden, and there's a lot of those artifacts all over the place in that art.
Yeah. That was I was trying to pursue like another path with NFTs back then. I didn't take that path because I went with Theta, but yeah, I like that. I like that stuff. Those were the ones that Michelle White Dove. She liked those ones. And
so go ahead, keep going.
Oh, she said she said she liked it, the high vibrational vibes with those particular ones. I thought that was cool. Cool of her.
So the artifact artwork was done prior to the Pines then.
Like
you had those. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I just never put them out there as NFTs. They were more like personal projects that I was like, hey, maybe these would be cool as NFTs, but they never got out, like that. So, but yeah, definitely a lot of the sacred geometry and like, the connecting to the metaphysical and those ones for sure.
So, James, I don't know which way we want to go with this right now. Do you want to go into what's going on with the Pines, or do you want some questions, or does Popper want to keep popping in?
Hey, it's cool. It's cool. Whatever direction we go. Right now, we're just revving up to launch the metaverse on the Nemesis. We're just wrapping up a couple of loose ends, and but it's really close. And we're looking forward to launching the metaverse. We're really excited for that.
Yeah, I think everyone is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just had the trailer a few weeks ago put out.
Yeah, I created that. I created that trailer, and I wanted to make something cool for the community.
Yeah, it looked super cool. So yeah, not gonna. Our big thing, I don't know if you know, is not to. You don't need to put dates on anything, but we're getting there, right? It's very close.
Extremely close. In fact, it would be out already, but there's some back and forth going up on some final things, very small things.
Okay.
But it should be out very soon. It's just it's kind of depending on Nemesis, having all that they need. So
okay.
It's just a couple small things, and whenever they want to put it out there, pretty much on their side.
So is that going to use like Theta Pass to find the finds? Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's all Theta Pass. Yep, it was a special thing. We're the only group on Nemesis that were using Theta Pass for all this stuff, to link everything.
Sure. Now, so when you go on to the Nemesis, like right now, you kind of see three different sections. You got the lands, you got like the central city or the cloud, whatever it is, and then you got games also. Is the Grove going to be like its own little land within the lands?
Yeah, that's the plan. So right now I'm working off a link that they gave me, but we're gonna have our own link in the main, where everyone's metaverses are at. But within the Grove, we are gonna have a couple of different, game types you could play within the Grove in some sections.
Sweet. So I mean, I think that the Nemesis is a great fit, just kind of being on there and how smooth it is, and
Oh yeah,
it's a really nice looking metaverse. Is that
yeah.
kind of what led you in that direction? Because I had never heard of the Nemesis before this was announced.
Yeah, we got lucky and we found it early, and we had looked at a lot of the other metaverses, and they're great, but to start out, we established a relationship early with the Nemesis, and it looked great. It was really cool that they had already integrated the live streaming aspect, with having live virtual events. That was a huge plus. By talking to them, they said it ran really well, and it was also at the time it was like the only one on mobile. You could easily just run around it on mobile. I thought that was a huge plus. So yeah, definitely, and yeah, we're glad we chose them as our initial.
Yeah. So, it's funny because me and Mags, like, we didn't expect to be doing this at all, right? And then it kind of takes off a little bit, and people are enjoying it, and we're having a good time doing it. And the thought came to our mind of like doing a live show, because when we were at ThetaCon, I mean,
Yeah.
part of like one of the best parts for us was like we were up there in a room all by ourselves, like getting ready with a last
Mhm.
minute, like, here, do a live pinecast in this room, and we're just sitting there, and it was literally, we're talking and we're like, man, we might as well just shut the door, and like that way, if nobody comes in, there's no letdown, and we just kind of do our thing, and we have a pinecast to produce for Monday. But then the
Right.
room was full, and it was crazy, and it was so much fun just kind of having like this kind of interactive show with the audience. So it would certainly be awesome if that kind of a virtual ability was had within the Nemesis, where we could have some kind of a recording going on and have people show up and interact with them, and go from there. So from the sounds of
Absolutely.
it seems like that might be something that could be done.
It can be done, absolutely. And you guys were the first group that we thought of. We're like, it would be awesome to have Pops and Mags in there, whenever they want, doing their podcasts.
That's awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's super cool, and even Chef do his thing, show his culinary expertise in virtual space. I think that would be cool too. You could do so much with that, like new territory.
Yeah, definitely. And it brings up an interesting possibilities also with the partnership that was made with Imagine Replay. So I'm not sure if that's
It does.
yeah. So
Okay. I'm going to just change directions real quick. James, I actually took a couple notes. I was looking through some DMs, and I don't know if you're ready for any of my questions. And I think you know the kind of questions that I asked, because I think I bombarded you at ThetaCon for a bit with them. I don't know.
It was awesome. It was fun.
So I've been going down the rabbit hole again, and I don't know if Ketch filled you in. I don't know if you popped onto the website. I wanted to kind of show people there was a lot of really good pines left. And I know some people were asking, and they're like, "Oh, is there this?" So I kind of posted some good ones, and then today I found some customs that were made for people in the 1 through 200. Some of them we kind of knew, because I think they've shown them before, but they haven't been opened. But there was some other ones that we had no idea about, and so I don't know if when you get a chance or whatever, you want to take a look at that.
Any ones you can remember? Because I remember making them. Some,
Oh yeah, there's a crypto Wendy I found.
Yes.
Because I was just playing with URLs.
Yep.
Because I've been down this rabbit hole so much. The blockchain boy one looks sick with the there's like the 3D glasses with like the pineapples. You can see like through the glasses, like reflection. Then there's like a glow on the coin. So I don't know if those are gonna pop out. And then I know you made some. I know there was some made for the Theta team, right?
Yeah, there's some cool ones for them.
There's some cool ones, and I don't know if you noticed one of the ones for the Theta team had like a T-fuel in the hair. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah. I remember that actually.
Because I don't know if you know, I have a generative that has the T-fuel in the hair. And,
James, I warned you this was coming. I'm going back on mute.
No, I'm just
That's cool.
I'm just saying because it seems like usually the way the pineapples have gone, since there's usually somewhat an attribute or something that reflects something from a custom or whatever, and sometimes not. Sometimes it's more unique, but sometimes, hey, they have this attribute. So like Magnum, right? So there's a Hawaiian shirt. He has the thing on the arm, the compass, or the and just like Pops does. But then the regular shirts are just the regular shirts. You know what I mean? So it kind of follows a similar path. So, we all know about the T-fuel floaters, and then so lo and behold, there's this one, and it has it just like the skull 2599 has in his hair, but his is labeled a T-fuel floater. And I know we've talked a little bit about that. I know I've talked way too much with Ketch about it. So I don't know.
There's a form that you can fill out, Mags.
Well, okay. I mean, that's part of my thing here. So there was an attribute change request form that was put out on February 20th of this year, and I
give or take.
What? Okay, what? The first time I have notes, I'm getting like slammed.
I'm just so impressed.
So I did that, and I didn't want to like bombard. I'm like, I put my request in. It's not like I got any confirmation, but then
I could follow up on that for you.
If you could, yeah, that'd be great. I don't know what your thoughts. I mean, as the creator of that attribute, or
I just
what,
remember making it in our discussion. Actually, when we were making it, we were like, should it be in the hair or should it not? We're like, I actually put it there, and then they were like, why is it in the hair? I'm like, I don't know. But I like it,
I like it too. I know when I went through all of batch 1, 2599 was the only one like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what your take is, or just gonna have to just wait till someone gets back to me.
Yeah.
Ketch, you got anything to say? What?
That was the perfect response right there. He's like, yeah.
Don't worry, Max. We'll get it out of the hair for you. We'll move it over.
No. Oh God, I don't want to get into that. My conscience, my whatever, can't take it. My pride. So we mentioned the attribute change request. We mentioned okay. So I mentioned these pines. I mentioned the similarity. Maybe it's something. I know Chief, believes it should be something. But okay. So nothing heard. Okay, we'll table that. Unless you do want to say something or not.
Oh, I mean, what exactly was the request? Like,
well, request is so
So
looking at.
Max,
Okay.
would you be content with something about Mary hair gel floater?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, so
All
you're
right.
looking for something custom.
Well, it's not. I just think it's I just think it was like mislabeled. Like, okay, so James, for example, I don't know if anything's going on with the. I know there was a brief discussion I had with you last year on Twitter on like a post or whatever about the shoulder lasers that are really tri-beams, and they're clearly tri-beams.
Right.
Are those just staying like that?
Oh, just the naming?
Yeah.
Maybe. I
Okay.
could look into it for sure. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head here, guys. Sorry to interrupt, but that would, if we changed the shoulder laser and the tri-beam and gelled them together. Did you like how I did that there, Max?
Ah.
I have.
Now that you explained it, yes.
Look out, Phil.
Tri-laser or something.
It might screw up a little bit of the rarities to what people have right now. So if something like that might be done, it might be something that we need to do like some sort of vote on, or something. Ask the community about. Just a
Okay.
thought.
Yeah.
Just that way it's kind of transparent, and that's because we will be changing some of the rarities and stuff if that happens.
That's a good idea.
Oh, well, then I felt I said too much because I'm not the most popular, James. People like to stick it to me as much as they can.
That is so untrue, dude.
No?
That you get the people behind you after me,
Yeah.
like, on a consistent basis.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd have to. I agree with that, Pops. Max, you know what they say though? The people that make fun of you, if people make fun of you, it's because they like you the most.
I know, and that group we're in, they really seem to like me then, because I'm getting dunked on left and right. That group.
Katy Perry. Anyways,
Oh,
too soon.
sorry. I saw the K on my name there and I got confused. I'm gonna go on mute now. Hey James, did you mention to the guys that are announced that we might be doing with the pineapples? There might be an event coming with the launch of Nemesis.
Yeah. So we're planning an event to launch with the Nemesis. It should be a lot of fun and chance to win some prizes, and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
So that's coming for sure.
How long of a lead time are we gonna get on kind of knowing? Once you know that the Nemesis doors are open, what are we looking at? A week before the event, or
yeah, I'd like
days?
that. Yeah, I'd like there to be at least a week to before the before we release it officially for sure.
That's awesome. All right, that will be on our calendars for sure.
Awesome.
You had mentioned before that there was going to be like kinds of games within the Grove that are going to be able to be played. What kind of games are we talking? Is this the hoverboards? Are they going to be involved in this?
Yeah, I don't think the hoverboards are going to be involved in this right now. They may be later, but the hover cycles for sure, like kind of like a speed hunt they call it. So there's a speed hunt, and there's also a type of treasure hunt kind of deal going on. So that should be interesting.
Is that within the Grove only?
Yeah, but we can get creative with it, and maybe we can add it in physical life. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I mean,
We've
like,
talked about it.
Yeah, just in the gated part of the Nemesis. It's only for the Pines. Okay.
Only
cool.
for the Pines, yes. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And
all right, go ahead, Max.
To my knowledge, we're the only group on Nemesis that has like certain locked areas. So that's the reason why it's not.
Wow.
The reason why the Nemesis isn't released out just yet, like right now, is because we're just there's some details on those locked rooms that need to get sorted out. That's the only one of the couple reasons that it's not out just now. Just some technical things, really.
Okay. I don't know if you saw, James. They said, and I don't know if, I mean, I would think this plays into it, but I don't know if you saw the tweet from Theta Drop saying that like this month, so we're in April, they said that the NFTs, all NFTs, will be able to be removed from Theta Drop?
Yeah, I've been hearing that for quite some time. I thought they were going to be released like months ago, but
They changed their story like 5 times. They said, I mean, that's why we have this Pinecast, or part of the reason why we kept it going was
Yeah.
because they said they were going to be released in a few weeks, and I think we're over like 315 days or something at
Oh,
this
wow.
point. They said a few weeks, and it's been 300 whatever days, so like
Okay.
close to a year. They're citing a lot of things, and then they cited that that you have to prove utility, and then they said they don't know whatever they're kind of saying. So clearly,
Okay.
there's utility with Pines, and we'd all be a lot happier to have our own custody over them.
Absolutely.
Would that create an issue with the Nemesis if we're going to be using Theta Pass?
I don't think at this time, yeah, I don't think so, but I will double check on that for sure. Because
We'll
we've
get
known
this-
about the withdrawals for a while, and at least our data side, they didn't have any issues.
Yeah, I
with
know.
It, but I'll double check though.
I know that our buddy Theta Zilla Club, he created what he called the Zilla Pass, and it's basically Theta Pass used with a MetaMask wallet, right? So his stuff is all on open data, and he has the capability of like capturing his NFTs through a MetaMask wallet or through a MetaMask enabled wallet, so
Interesting.
that way, yeah. So then that way it's integrating that because I know when we log in, there's a bunch of different things like, Psycho KO has one where it's like you can log in and you just basically sign in to Theta Drop on his site, and it's the Theta Pass how it picks up your NFTs that way. So yeah, it might be something to look into, because then we can, if we're pulling off our NFTs onto a MetaMask enabled wallet, we can still access the Grove.
I didn't know
Yeah,
Theta had that. That's
Interesting.
pretty cool.
Yep, he called it the Zilla Pass.
Uh,
Zilla
Zilla
Actually,
Pass, okay.
He submitted that, didn't he? Submit that to?
Yeah, it was in the hackathon last
the
year. He didn't
hackathon.
win. Didn't win though. Only projects that rugged won.
Yeah.
That's a different
jeez.
story.
Oh, jeez.
Yee.
I heard Nick Cage is a big Godzilla fan.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah, so maybe they should reach out to Nick Cage. Maybe they could get something going.
I'm texting Zilla right now.
He does custom Zillas, so he could do a Nick Cage one and get it over to him. That'd be cool.
My a buddy
He
of
could do
mine saw him in Little Tokyo in LA with his kid, and he was wearing Godzilla pants. They're looking for Godzilla toys. Yeah,
Hey, maybe he's really a Theta fan.
That's aggressive.
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So Rare, what do you have a favorite custom that you created out of the Pines?
I like a lot of them actually. Believe it or not, I like some of the generative ones, but I do like the I don't know the reason for it, but I like that like the red looking the red one kind of looks like Spawn a little bit, but
Oh yeah,
not the wizard,
yeah.
not the wizard one, but the regular, the squinty-eyed one.
Is that the one that looks like Deadpool, kind of?
Yeah,
Or-
that's right. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
With the banana,
Yes.
of course.
I like that one. Of course,
Right.
of course. You can't have that without the banana. But yeah, there's that one. Trying to think if there's another one. I like all the spiky haired generatives. Those are like I
Yeah.
like all those. But that particular dole pull one, I like that one for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, that's funny because back before the drop, I remember there was a few of us that that's the one we were aiming for was the Dole pool or whatever it's called. But yeah.
And the one that looks like Master Splinter, that one too.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
I like that one. Speaking of Master Splinter, I saw you a little bit active on Twitter today, responding to Blender,
Yeah.
the Shredder Pine, and I don't know if there's anything going on there about he has some other people, other worlds
Yeah,
Was
he
it?
could have some soldiers on some other universe somewhere. You know,
The foot?
the foot. Yeah, something like the foot. Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was always wondering where Bebop and Rocksteady were.
Well, that would be cool.
Well, speaking of Bebop and Rocksteady, at ThetaCon 22 we were talking about before, the, we saw a bunch of customs that we've never seen before. I don't know if you remember that, James.
Yes, I vaguely, yes. I think so. I think I was showing them to like Char or something, and then yeah.
So where are those guys hiding and gals? TBD?
I don't remember which customs those were, honestly. I
Oh,
just remember showing something.
there was a lot of crazy ones that weren't on anyone's radar. Right,
Oh.
Pops? There, maybe like a Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. No, there was Snoop.
Oh.
Yep.
There was a bunch. I was thinking because I was trying to. I don't know.
That's
I was
right.
like, there was so many of them that some had funny like. Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember. Write it on the headband around the eyes. That I've never seen those phrases before. But yeah,
Oh.
I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, so there was a lot of ones we haven't seen.
So James, what Magnum is trying to ask is there other customs that are coming that we may not be aware of yet?
There could be. Absolutely. There could be.
That's a good way to
There
say
could
it.
be. Yes, there that's actually, it's good that you reminded me on that. I could, there could be some of those, like a revealing of those, a giveaway maybe.
Huh.
Yeah.
So there's a batch 5.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's all kinds of batches, including batches with letters.
Oh, jeez.
There's a batch Magnum. Just kidding.
Bill knows my process. I make lots of batches.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's I've looked at too many batches, so I'm kind of fried in the batches, but it's okay. There's possibly more to come, and maybe we'll find out more about that.
Yeah, and if Char is listening to this, Char, can you please make a meme with "We don't need no stinking batches," please? Thank you.
So Rare, what about oh, go ahead, Ketch. You got one?
Oh, I was just gonna say I got Mags there. He went on mute. Go ahead, sir.
I was just wondering, Rare, you mentioned that some of the generatives were your favorite, and you brought up the spiky hair. What other kind of generative traits are your faves?
Yeah, I like the spiky haired ones. I like some of them. I like the real basic, the ultra basic ones, with no logos or anything. I like those. I think I like the skulls with the size. Those are cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I like those ones.
Speaking of skulls, James, I don't know if you knew this. This was kind of breaking news last week. I opened up a zombie. I don't know if you heard about that. It was all over the news.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Yeah, I like that. That was a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one I found in batch 1. Shout out, and now I didn't think I'd ever get that. So then there was this question about are zombie skulls, and I think they are, but I don't know what James says about that.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are for sure. Yeah.
I love James's answers. The best.
All right.
There you go, Max.
So James, what about what kind of facial expressions are your favorites with the pines?
Oh. So I like the beast mouth.
Okay.
And then I do like that it's like the cool I don't know, kind of like James Bond, like just kind of like relaxed, mouth. I thought
like closed.
Yeah, the closed one, because it's just, I like that one. Yeah, actually, that was one of the first ones that I did. Was that expression
The James
and
Bond
that
one or that expression?
yeah, the expression. That kind of set the tone for the rest of them. It's kind of like very like relaxed and like cool, and that one, and then I like the beast. I mentioned the beast mouth.
Yep. Are you a fan of the pink beasts?
Yeah, yeah, those are cool. Yeah,
I think he's
am, yeah.
asking about the pigs there, James.
I think the pigs are like one of the coolest like community groups, because I thought that was awesome, like, and there's actually like some like just already established lore on the whole pig thing, so it's really cool.
Anything you want to share?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, not at this time. I'll get back
Okay.
to you on that one though. I'll get back to you on that.
Because you also know too. I am in possession of the Pig Viking,
Yeah,
and he's got a lot of stuff going on that
yeah,
I'm sure you know about, and I'm very curious because it's the stuff he has going on is unlike any other thing that I've seen
that's
from the
true.
Pines.
That's true. I really enjoyed like making that one, and yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the detail is really amazing in that one. From a guy who didn't want any pigs and didn't own any pigs, and was kicked out of the pig room because I didn't have a pink beast, and I got put in a holding pen.
Oh geez, a pig pen? You have to holding pig pen?
Yeah, and I think the holding pen because I think the pigs could talk to me, but I couldn't see what they were saying. So like they were loud.
Wow.
So yeah, Mac freaking stuck me in there.
There's a whole comic book in there somewhere.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Cartoon series.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're like the Weapon X of pigs. Yeah.
Yeah, he basically, and I think rightfully so, he asked all the pigs in the room to bend the knee, and all hell broke loose. And then it became, what the heck is he even doing in here? And then they sent me to Elba to live out my days.
You know what you were like? You were like the Mandalorian that was excommunicated, from his elite group,
Right.
Like that. You had the dark saber. Yeah.
That checks out. I don't want to give spoilers about the last episode. I don't know if you're up to date on that, but he might not have it anymore, but who knows?
No, he doesn't need the dark saber.
That's true. Mando's never been about that dark saber.
Nope.
So it just fell into his lap. But it was it was a little but did you see the last episode?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it felt a little Harry Potter Ex Machina in that because and I don't know if you're familiar with Harry Potter. You must be, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so anyways, he was like trying to give the dark saber, and they said no, you can't give the dark saber. It's got to be like one. And then he's explaining that Bo-Katan saved his life, and so she's entitled to it. So it kind of felt like when the wand in Harry Potter, when Voldemort had the wand, but it wasn't like his because he didn't win it, right? Because it got plucked out of his hand. Was it Malfoy? And then Harry Potter took Malfoy's wand. Anyway, I'm boring the hell out of everyone. It just felt like, because once that was a thing, then it was like, oh yeah, then that's right. Then she can have it. So it was a little Harry Potter-esque, I thought, but that's okay.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm on edge. I had a haircut today.
Oh, cool. I actually worked on a Harry Potter video game before.
Oh, really?
For mobile, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that's awesome though. Yeah, your pig Viking is the Mandalorian of the pigs.
You hear that?
Take it easy on that.
You hear that? You hear that, Chief?
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
So rare. You just kind of teased out, about lore, and I know
Yeah.
that there's probably quite a bit of lore. I've heard from sources that the pineapples are aged well before their drop on data drop. So I'm just curious, like when does the lore start to get sprinkled in? Is it once we're in the metaverse?
Yeah, I mean, I that's part of it. I've sprinkled a little lore here and there on the Pines, but the metaverse and beyond, I'll say, the lore is there's more, and but yeah, definitely, it's gonna be released. More is gonna be released.
Are we looking at like a series kind of thing, like where it's like we get like an episode one or like of some kind, and then it's are they related to some of these games? Like,
I don't know if there's gonna be like an episodic kind of series or an animation just yet or anything like that. Kind of a lore thing, Who knows? Maybe I could expand on it today.
that would be great.
Yeah, I'm all
Yeah.
ears.
There is a. Let me open this up here. My plans are to expand the universe and the lore of the Pines.
Within the grove.
Yeah, so there's the Grove. If you can, we have our Grove, and then but there's, if you could think of it as like a galaxy, maybe there's groves here and there's like a master grove above that, like a layers,
Mm.
they all can interact with each other. That's how I envision the universe, like expanding with the Pines, makes things more
Like
fun.
Star Wars style.
Exactly. Yep. But in
Nice.
our Pine way,
Yeah, absolutely. So are the pines in the like in the center grove?
I would look at it as a like a galaxy kind of. There is no real like. I think they're in the center of the galaxy, but they are not. It doesn't. There is also a master grove, and the pines are within that. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I mean, if this is kind of Star Wars related, then Star Wars, we got a bunch of different planets, and it seems like every different planet we got some different inhabitants on those planets. Is that kind of what we're looking at coming up here with some of the new lore?
Yeah, like different planets, different species, even different time periods. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so this spin-off, this is this is based in the future. So this new project that me and Ketch have been working on is based in the future.
Okay.
And I could give you like a story, like an initial story of where this is going, if you're ready for that.
Yeah, cool. So we got a project in the works that is building off of the Pines project.
Building off of the Pines universe, the
Sweet.
expanded universe. So it's building off of the expands. It's separate to the Pines project, but it's within the same world, if that makes sense.
Okay. All
So,
right. Yeah, I would love to hear some more about that.
So in this story, it's the year 4011. The Earth is no longer lush, a green planet that it once was. The skies are gray and polluted, the oceans are barren, and the only life that remains is that of the evil humanoid cucumbers who have taken over. These ruthless rulers have made it their mission to eliminate all pineapples from existence. And they're using genetically modified banana robots to do it. Commander John Pena is one of the last leaders of the resistance against the cucumber overlords. He and his small band of pineapple fighters are the only ones left who are brave enough to stand up to the cucumber armies. But they're vastly outnumbered, and they know they can't win this battle alone. That's when Commander Pena has an idea. He captures one of the banana robots, intending to re-engineer it to fight on the side of the pineapples. After weeks of working tirelessly, he succeeds in turning the robot to their side, and he names it Bana. But even with Bana on their side, the pineapples know that they can't win this fight in their own time. They need to go back in time to prevent the cucumber takeover from ever happening in the first place. And so, with a mixture of hope and desperation, Commander Pina sends Banna back in time with the mission to find a way to save the future of the pineapples. Finally, as Banna travels through time, he may encounter many challenges and many obstacles. He has to avoid, the watchful eyes of the cucumber overlords, navigate through dangerous and unfamiliar terrain, and find allies who can help him in his mission. But with each step forward, Banna becomes more determined to save the future of the pineapples, no matter the cost. That's a brief mention of the story right there.
Very cool. So are the pineapples starting on Earth where the cucumbers took over? Or are they on, because the cucumbers are on Earth, right?
Yeah, Earth, or whatever fictitious world
Gotcha.
the pines.
So all right. So we got looks like we got three characters in the story here. Do we have
Right.
three different worlds that they're on, or the bananas were built so they're kind of just sharing a world with the cucumbers, or?
Yeah, so it's like a different it's almost like a different time period, different so basically the cucumbers, they created these genetically modified bananas to fight the pines,
Terminator bananas.
Yeah, some terminanas. Terminanas, and they captured one of them and they re-engineered it, this resistance force, the last remaining resistance force of pines. They re-engineered this Terminana to fight for good.
Is Commander Pina, is he out in the wild somewhere, or is he?
Yeah. Well,
So
not in the
he's not in a canister.
no,
Okay.
but he may be in one of the future canisters.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to interject here. So James went into the lore a little bit, and he shared the fact of where the bananas have come from. So essentially, what's happening is we got a new project coming out that we're really excited about. It kind of explores the lore that James was just talking about, and it's going to be something that we're looking at launching the end of this month. Looking in April, we've got the devs working hard on it right now. Yeah, it's kind of happening like. This whole situation kind of happened quite fast. James and I sat down at ThetaCon. He mentioned this idea that he had. And James, are you okay with me sharing how long you've had the idea for this?
Sure. Yeah, it's been a long time building up and coming. Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and share the name of the project.
So around the same time that the name the Secret Pineapple Society was created, I just out of humor created the name. I was like, the next projects. I was kind of joking around. I was like, the next project I'm gonna call, the one I want to create. I want to call the Skull and Bananas Society.
So on
Nice.
that name, you'll notice that in the pines there's skulls and there's
Yes.
bananas.
Yes.
So this giant lore that James is creating has been something that's been in the works for a long time. So the skulls and bananas are going to be the next project that's being dropped. James, did you want to go into a bit more detail about where we're doing it and why?
So we're currently going to do it on Ethereum. It's a larger. It has the largest trading volume.
Sure.
It's a bigger platform. They have a lot of different there's a lot more. The apps are more available. Say if I wanted to launch with a particular utility, I could do that going with Ethereum. There's just so much more I could do, on that platform as opposed to where I'm at.
And the nice thing about branching out to Ethereum is that with the Pine community, the intention is to keep everything connected. So James has always been about keeping the connection with the Pines. So you'll see in the new project, there's a lot of transition and a lot of connection from Pines and the bananas. And one of the ideas when James was talking about doing this and moving to Ethereum, when we were talking about it, is that the intention is to try to grow the community. So to create this big ecosystem of the pines and the bananas and something that James calls the meta grove, right? So it's like this whole ecosystem. And one of the advantages, in my opinion as well, about going to Ethereum is that you're hitting that large user base of NFT users. And if we were to launch it on Theta, which there's no like Theta, we'd like to do it on Theta, but the community would be buying from the community again, where this way we're able to branch out and bring more people into the ecosystem and potentially also attract more people and put some more eyes on the Pines as well. So because they're all connected and all that. So that's part of the main reason for doing it. And James, the other thing that we didn't mention yet is how these NFTs are going to be built and what coding is going to be done. So did you want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So we plan on releasing these new NFTs with technology behind them. So your typical NFT is static or frozen, meaning you can't have any cool gadgets added to your NFT after the fact. You know what I mean? But
They're not dynamic.
exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just around those times you didn't have anything like that was dynamic. But now we can be capable of having dynamic NFTs to where you can switch out a weapon, switch out a background.
Oh,
You know, the trading would be so cool, and maybe these are elements within the story as you're progressing. You know, maybe you have to maybe there's a special time item that you can earn for your particular character.
Yeah, it's just to jump on top of that. It's also gives you the ability to be super creative. So as you guys know, James is a creative genius, and the ability for the project to be dynamic with the NFTs, we can build into it going forward and do all kinds of different neat little things, as James mentioned. Maybe it's hunting a certain artifact, and you find a certain artifact, and it does something to your asset, or however it works. So it opens a lot of doors, and it opens doors to the fact that people on the team can do it. So it makes it a bit easier to do this sort of thing.
Absolutely. You know, there's just so many things you can do with it. You know, like say if, for instance, for example, like if you have you could create combination NFTs to where like if you have a certain where you could create, you know, possibly if you collect certain ones, it could combine to create, it could release like a hybrid pine banana, you know, for example, some stuff like that.
Yes.
very cool.
So part of this, we're also including things like, do you know what? I'm going to do something now. I'm going to go ahead and let the art speak for itself. So art is the number one thing when it comes to NFTs that first attracts, right? So art, and then utilities. So utilities are various depending on different projects, and all the research that I've done and James has done, and I'm sure you guys are aware of. There's certain utilities that, like, number one is art, number two is price, so value of the NFT. So in our eyes, creating this amazing art, oh, you know what, let me let the art speak for itself. So you know what, gents, if you guys want to, are you guys able to access your Discord, or will I kick you off of the podcast?
It won't kick me off. I'm gonna go in right now. If Popper can't, he can always go off and
If I
come
get
back
kicked
in.
off, I'll jump back on.
If I
Okay.
die, I die. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share just a couple things so you guys can get a quick look at it. What their intention to do is we're also creating, so we're bringing guys or people from the community, the Pine community, with us. So we have already guys on board to help with the Discord, to help with the Twitter again, to help. The intention here is about the community, is to branch it out and bring more people into the ecosystem. And we're going to let the art kind of speak for itself here. So let me pull up I'll share one image now with you. So as James mentioned a little bit earlier, he's like, Phil knows my process. I think this is the fourth generation of these bananas that James has done. And they are, like, the artwork is just, here, I'll let it speak for itself. I'll stop talking now. So I'll share one with you guys. So this is insane, right? I know
Wow.
I'm teasing the audience a little bit, but I just kind of wanted you guys to get a look at this art so you can kind of see what James is a humble guy. You know, he's soft spoken and stuff, but when you actually see, let me just throw another one up here.
Wow.
Wow. Look at those nunchucks. That is crazy.
There's one more. And then this one here I'm going to show you guys is James has created the Elite of Elite. So it's going to be a set of these high quality, when I say high quality, I mean these elite NFTs as part of the collection that if you collect a certain amount of things, you're going to open yourself to earning something that's really cool. So let me just show you what this one is. So this is a special one. So I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of, and you can see in these, especially this one, the connection to the pineapples.
Wow.
So that
Oh,
is,
wow. Skull.
Isn't that insane?
So the lore behind these guys, these are like the Phantom Hunters, and they go out to the galaxy finding these skull artifacts. Of course, they're sacred and precious to the Pines, but their goal is to find these artifacts, these pine artifacts, connect them with bananas, and they will could create like a hybrid species, or it can open to other portals to, different parts of the universe.
So you said this month this is coming out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But I've been secretly hyping it up for a long time,
So yeah, we've got the devs working hard to get the coding all done, and we are aiming to have this released for the end of April. We're looking at 7,777 of them, so lucky sevens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention, and it just slipped my mind as soon as I said the numbers. Oh, James, did you want me to share how some of the pines will benefit from the drop, like as far as whitelisting?
Yes, absolutely.
So what we're going to do is James has asked that anybody who has a mudra, so a mudra holder, will be gifted a banana. So you have the chance at opening a generative or a custom. So there's going to be 67 of those gifted to anyone that has a mudra. And anybody who has a pine, we are hoping that each wallet that has a pine will get whitelisted to the drop.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we're just figuring out the technical side of that, like how to sign up and get that done. But that's what the anticipation is, that every pineapple gets a shot at the whitelisting, and every mudra will be gifted one banana package. We're still working on the name.
Yeah, and there's been pines that have known about this for a long time, and these are going to be special. We're bringing an awesome community. We're expanding it. So the pines will always be forever, and I will always be building that up. But we're expanding it for our community, and onto Ethereum, we're bringing awesome tech that we couldn't do on Theta. We love Theta, but now we're going to have some of this. Some of the top projects are doing stuff with dynamic NFTs. And now we have the capability to do this, and it's hard for devs to do, but we're the plan is to bring that capability to the Pines. You have awesome tech, really cool art, really cool lore. I mean, my thought process along with Phil is that this could be something that's huge, and has a unique art style, interesting like connection with story lore with a previous project. It's this could be something special for sure.
Oh yeah. Popper.
Well, yeah. I mean, the art was definitely incredible. Looks great. Now, the banana art looks incredible from what I saw. Looks really cool. I just want to make sure that the current pine community understands that these bananas are not replacing pines. Right?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
In fact, it's just expanding. Not at all.
So, just kind of out of curiosity, how long of a project are you looking at here? I mean, it looks like this thing just could be kind of unlimited in nature the way you're setting it up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it could be unlimited. Yeah, you know, it's hard to estimate how long because I don't intend on any projects of having a lifetime of having an end time, you know. So
Gotcha.
they're going to be as forever, you know, in my mind. I don't want to stop working on any projects, you know.
Living, breathing.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a story that just keeps building up. You know, I'm not gonna just like ditch a project because you know, and there's an ending story. You know, no way. You know, this is like something cool. You know, that's just gonna expand. That's how I envision it. So,
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's super exciting. Go ahead,
I
Max.
I agree. I think what was it Ketch? I think Ketch was saying that it makes sense for a lot of reasons to do that. We're not leaving the pineapples behind, and it's. I mean, if it was for those reasons with the dynamicity, that's probably not a word.
That's a
I
good
like it
one.
though.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
cool.
trying
I
to get
like
there, and the fact that the way it would go is we're just buying from each other in there right now, and it's not really
Yeah.
growing. So it more eyes and give people the chance to enjoy and love the the pines that we love, and soon the bananas that are very crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and then I mean, yeah, of course the pines they're always going to be given special access to the bananas before anyone does for anything. So
Right, and it's up to and that's another good part too is that I was just thinking is because now, hey, you don't have to take part in it. If you want to, if you're good with just your pine, that's fine. Or you just bought a pine for an investment.
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
But yeah, if you want to get in a chance to take part in this and get better, maybe it is an investment for someone. I don't know, but you're giving them the opportunity to get into a project with a creator we all love. So
appreciate that. I really appreciate everyone from the community. It's like I mentioned to some people before, like everyone I've met at ThetaCon, like they have a really cool character about them, and I want to meet more people that I'm in touch with online too. I really appreciate that.
One other thing to add to it is that I kind of pulled myself back out of being like working with James on this to kind of trying to be a collector again, like when the pines dropped and I looked at it like an opportunity. I'm saying, well, this is a project. It's advancing with the time. So back in 2021, it was like the Wild West, right? There was NFT projects kind of going everywhere, and guys are staking and doing this and all kinds of different things. Well, it's evolved now, and as things evolve, you try to branch out and bring more people in. And I look at it like a collector, and I'm going, okay, if I was sitting here, I'd go, okay, I have a chance at buying a drop from the same creator that if I pull a good one, a custom, right now, say on Theta, like what's a custom? Say we'll say if we're talking money now, we'll say 10,000 USD. What's that going to be on Ethereum when you got more eyes on it? So it's just kind of how my mind process is going. I'm looking at the community and I'm thinking, man, if you look online on Twitter and you look online in different places, they all say the number one thing with any NFT is community. That's the most important thing. And that is one of the best things that we have. We have an amazing community. Like we've got good friends. We've got guys that have come in and rage quit, and we're just like, see you later. Have yourself a good day. Hope everything's all right. You know, all the best to you. But then we've got guys, and we're friends now. Like you said, like we've got, like, it seems like such a unique community. And to be able to branch that out and maybe have a chance to grow it into something that may be just even more exciting as a community together. So that's kind of when James talked to this about me, that's where my head went. So I was like, oh, this is an opportunity and to think like the pines are established now. So in order to buy a pine or even to buy a canister, you're looking at a pretty good investment at trying to pull a custom, right? So if you're, a younger guy or just new into this and you don't want to put all that, $1,200 American out or whatever it is to buy a can. Now you've got a chance to get into this project at a drop price again, right?
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's that's kind of the pull that brought me in, and I'm like, yeah, it's all about the community is the main driving factor in this, and I love it. That's why I'm invested
100%.
now. I love the community. I love everything about it, and the chance to jump on and work with James, which I feel very grateful for. Yeah,
I'm
so
grateful for you.
that's kind of where this went. So
Real quick, and for a long time, the community they've been asking me, they've been DMing me, hey, when's the next thing? I wanted to make something special, but then still be within the same universe as the expanded universe of the Pine community, to bring everyone along for the ride. So
Right. And you've been teasing bananas for a long time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have bananas,
And just to touch on one other thing about going to Ethereum, this is where my mind kind of goes. Is I was noticing that if you go to OpenSea, for example, you'll see that there's a bunch of different chains listed there now. So you got things like Polygon, Atrium, and some other ones. Eventually, in my mind, this is where I see things going down the road, is that everything will be cross-chain at some point.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So it's kind of looking at it like eventually everything will be cross-chain and we'll be able to all be together again on the same chain or have bridges together to do things together again. So that's kind of where the mindset is as well.
Absolutely, and even with the metaverse, like we're linked to Theta, but then there's also the Ethereum link within the Nemesis as well, and we're coexisting. So yeah, I
Right.
agree with you, Phil.
Right. And like you mentioned, we have with the pineapples and then being Theta, they're going to be able to use some kind of DRM to use them in the Grove.
Right.
And I don't know if this is since we're in April and this is the month. Just a couple quick questions, I guess. Is there gonna let's try that again. Are you guys gonna tease this out soon to on the boards or I assume you are, and then two, is there a price point for the mint ish?
So yeah, so as soon as this is released, so next week, we've been kind of sitting on this as James has been grinding between working with the Pines, first off, getting things deadlines set there, and then jumping onto the bananas. He's been grinding, and so after this is announced, we're going to start our campaign. So we're gonna, we've reached out to guys in our community already. We're going to be reaching out to more to try to get this kind of moved and evolved. We've got people jumping onto the Discords, and we're getting the Twitter fired up and ready to go. We just wanted to make sure that this was kind of announced first, and then we're going to start our campaign. As far as price point, we're looking at the same price point as the pineapple drop.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and this was something that our feelers were out for a long time. So this is the right time.
So yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of these projects are all talking about we need more people, you got to get more people in. So there's two ways to do it, right? There's one way is bring people to you, and then the other way is to bring yourself and your project to the people. So it seems like you guys chose that route, which none of the other projects have done that yet. So it'll be very interesting to see this in that arena. And my question though is, I know I'm not big on Ethereum and drops and things like that. I have participated in one, and basically the way it worked was you mint it and it came undefined, and then like one random Wednesday at noon, everybody's got open. Is that how these bananas are going to work, or are we going to be actually opening up a banana package like we are with the pineapples?
Well, we do plan to have like a mystery drop, but we are working with devs that are making things like custom. So I think a lot of what you're seeing is, they just kind of like kind of filter into OpenSea if you're doing it yourself, kind of a deal. But we're working with custom devs, right now, so it'll be a little different than that experience.
So it'll be more like buying a pineapple canister.
Yeah. So the plan right now is to actually we're gonna mint on our site. That's the plan, right?
Okay.
Okay. I
Yep.
figured
You know what I
that
mean?
was going to be the case. Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's a different kind of experience, when you're doing it custom, which a lot of the big projects are doing.
So when I mint mine, am I just going to have an open banana in my wallet, or am I going to have to go in there and rip it open?
Yeah.
Or do we not know?
We do not know yet,
Okay.
but I will keep you updated for sure. So
I just know Magnum is a big fan of opening things up.
Well,
all right.
I think that's changed a bit, but
Hey, you've had two crazy good pulls recently, so
But actually I did speak to the devs about that, and they said they can do that. So you can choose, how they're going to create it is you can choose when, the owner of that particular canister or crate or whatnot, they can choose when to open it. So
Cool.
good that you brought that up. So
All right. Oh, did we miss anything, Ketch, guys?
whew, that was a lot to unpack. Holy shit.
no, those were actually, those were good questions there.
Yeah, no, that was a lot, man. I'm just trying to think, like, it's hard, because you don't want to overhype something and make it sound too salesman-y, like, but it's just, I don't know. I thought we did a good job. James, how do you feel?
I feel great. Honestly, I've been wanting to do this, for a while, but it just wasn't the right time. It was too early, but it's time. We need to expand our community, and pines and the bananas, they all coexist, and whatever comes after that.
Right.
And our universe.
Really looking forward to getting in there and messing around. I did mess around a little bit on the Nemesis already, and I know me and Mags both bought a piece of land. No idea what we're doing with it, but grab a piece.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the editor is coming out, so you'll be able to, whenever they release it, it's you'll be able to make some cool stuff. And I don't know, it's a different kind of like experience, I guess. There's actually it's kind of like the Wild West, and there's a lot you could do within the metaverse. Like maybe we're trying to, like, maybe there's some way we could connect the real world with the virtual world, if that makes any sense.
Interesting. I got a question. So, we talked about the streaming aspect of it. Would there be a way to have it like recorded video wise? So you're actually like seeing pineapples?
Oh, like recording the actual like from a third person?
Yeah, from like a late night show. You know what I mean? Like a Conan O'Brien show. You got Papa Mag's show, and
Oh yeah.
weekly at whatever time, like Papa Mag's show, and people can show up, and it's like a whatever length show, and then we can have like a video kind of podcast that then gets produced from there.
I think you could. I mean, even if it's just like screen recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's absolutely. So before, you have these rooms where you can sit down around a round table.
Like on the Secret Society page?
Yeah, something like there's something like that. So some of these rooms have that, so we could even record in there, so we're facing each other, sitting down.
I think one of the other aspects of this, guys, is that in speaking with Replay again, because they've moved over to the ETH side as well as the Theta side. So there is an opportunity, and I think we have to look at the technical side. So maybe James can answer better than this.
I think we lost.
Ketch's screen went black, I'm guessing. Or he's looking at Pines on the...
Thanks for having me on the podcast, by the way.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
James, anytime. You just say
Absolutely.
the word.
Appreciate it.
When
Yeah, I
you
like
say
to.
the word, we'll bump URP. No problem. That guy.
I'd like to talk to him like virtual. We've only like just text chatted. Nothing like.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Okay. Yeah, I like URP.
Sorry, guys. I something came up in the marketplace. I had to go.
Oh.
I'm checking sales right now.
Yeah. It was a Katy Perry fitter. I had to get it.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Sorry, Max. I didn't mean to steal it from you.
Funny.
And one point about the Nemesis is that they're building up their tech now, as they go along, so
Yeah, I think the Nemesis is...
there's room for growth. Oh, go for it.
No, sorry, James. I was just going to say that they're definitely on a push right now. They've come out with the land sale. They've come out now. They're looking for community liaisons, for lack of a better word, to kind of help push things along as we go.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So it looks like they're really, I had 3 guys send me the link and they're like, Phil, this is good for you. And I'm like, oh, geez, no, I'm good. But anyways, it was nice to see that they're looking for community people. So
yeah, and I really push them to the max as far as like trying to get more content in for our world. Like if I were to say just do your thing, it wouldn't have as much stuff in there as it does now. It's very large. It's got some cool rooms. I won't mention some of the other ones because I just want the community to just kind of get to find out. But I was definitely pushing for a lot more than they probably wanted to.
Yeah, no, this is very exciting. We're absolutely thrilled that you guys were able to come on here with us and do the unveiling. Like it's an honor for sure.
It was an honor for us.
Yeah, it's awesome. You guys have been such a great supporter of the community, and as I mentioned earlier, James and I are focused on the community, and we couldn't think of a better place to kind of announce it. I know it's kind of it's on a podcast, and we're not, but now once it's announced, we can start putting it out there to the masses and getting everyone riled up and get going with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would never have met James before. Now I'm talking about doing a drop with him, and I'm able to open up about real life stuff, and he's like, yeah, I get it, I know how you feel. And it's just really cool to relate that way, right?
Absolutely. I think I forget who I was talking to before. I don't know if it was Chef or whatever, but one utility that I think sometimes overlooked is actually the actual society part of this community. It's worldwide, and it's
Oh yeah,
and it's its own group. With people from all kinds of different backgrounds. And that's utility right there for me. It's really interesting. You could be part of this global group of people from all walks of life, which is really cool, I think.
So we talked about it before, and James, I'm just bringing it up just so these guys hear it from you too. Is it, with everything you guys have done for the community and letting us come on here, and as well as, we're hoping that you'll support us going forward. James has in return offered a custom banana for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Very
much appreciated.
Yeah, you're welcome. And each one, like I take my time and I put a lot of, just put, everything I got into each one,
Ketch said that you'll be working on one for 3 days and then just scrap it.
Oh no. Do you know what, guys? This is no bullshit. James has created, I would say, 3 other generations of these bananas. And I'm talking about
collect.
Collections.
for it.
I'm not talking about one or two. I'm talking about collections.
Batches.
the stinking batches.
Full batches.
And he will literally create them, and then he'll go, "Oh, I changed my mind," and all of a sudden out comes this other batch, and I'm like,
Oh my
"Holy
God.
shit!" And then, so these have been refined to the point where I just finally on these ones, I'm like, James, this is it, right?
Yeah, because it's sometimes you can't see like the overall painting when they're all together. You know what I mean? Like when they're all together, then it's like, oh, that. But this one, it's more. This is everything is it's just how everything fits. Like I definitely went through like 4 different collections.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So the guys told me, James, I'm going to tell you now. The guys requested. So Mags wants a Katy Perry custom, and Popper was wondering if he could get a was it Joey TV? You know what Joey TV?
Wow.
What?
Wait, let me look this up.
You know what?
Let's see,
If I'm getting
Oh,
Katy
man.
Perry and he's getting Joey TV, that's a great
Yeah,
deal.
he would take it for
Oh
sure.
yes.
Man.
Oh,
Wow.
Joey from Friends?
No, I'm just kidding,
No,
Dave.
no.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Forget about what I said. I was just being a smart.
Yeah.
Just
No,
having
he
some
just-
fun with the
yeah.
guys.
I was
Must have been
like,
your comedy
there's
training.
no way you're gonna get me worse than you just got Mags, and then you did. Like
Sorry, I had to.
exponentially.
He just came up today on something, so that's even funnier.
I mean, a Katy Perry banana that could be nice. But
Could be. I have girls in this collection. Yeah,
Oh,
those are
good.
cool.
well, we saw one, the Harley Quinn, right?
The Harley Quinn.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I like how the bananas have arms. I don't know if that's just
Yeah.
me. Like I like the torso look to them.
Guys, you tell
It's
me
cool,
that
right?
that Bananalorian is not awesome. I seen that.
No.
I was
Oh
just like,
yeah,
oh,
that's
yes.
sick for sure.
Yeah, and too like the
Jack Sparrow.
the pineapple on the Mandalorian helmet. That's like
Yeah.
it's like the pineapple on the Shredder, the Blender's helmet too, right? It looks like the same thing almost, but maybe I'm just
Yeah, I mean the same
it's almost
artist. So there's
yeah.
it's like
Of course.
the same artist.
Same artist. Touche.
Oh,
Touche.
sorry, that was awesome.
but
Oh, yeah, I'm the
No,
same
no,
artist.
I do that on I want to give respect to the pines. That's why I've tried to infuse a lot of hidden pineapples on different on different ones of these,
Yeah.
So
Great.
I'm the
Well.
same artist.
Hey.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh my god.
But so I definitely wanted to infuse like pineness like sprinkled throughout, the bananas,
And there's
So-
there's some customs as well that James has done that were requested for the pines. Like how guys are asking, oh, maybe we should get one of these. He's gone ahead and done them. So he's done a couple of them. They're pretty. Yeah, they're awesome. But anyways, yeah, that Mandalorian one. As soon as I saw the pine goo, I don't even know what the hell they're really called. The Baby Yodas.
Yeah. So when I sprinkle stuff about the shredders, like foot soldiers and stuff like that, that's for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Sweet.
yeah.
That's another galaxy.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if that was everything, I don't want to take your whole night up, Rare, but I know Mags will talk all night.
Yeah.
Oh, not at all. And those custom pines, I've got some,
What?
some more pines. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's just a matter of like figuring out like how what's gonna be. There's some kind of event or some kind of how we're gonna get these out.
Nice.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're still, the community is not going anywhere. We're always going to be the community. Not I think people get too attached to the blockchain,
Yep.
but the community is us Pines. That's how I see it. Like we could go anywhere.
Right.
But you're 100% right, Mags. There's just like if you were to go on and see who's buying now and who's it's basically the community that we have. And like you said, yeah, a lot of it has to do with the market right now. But if you're bored and you got nothing to do for a minute, go on OpenSea and just check out the activity on OpenSea, and you'll see that there's like the sales going on there, and there's still a lot of people buying and people buying big.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of our members aren't strictly Theta. One thing I noticed about the companions, and I didn't even mention anything about at the time about the companions on the Nemesis.
Yep.
Like our guys like started buying every one of them up, like in one night. Like in one night, I was like, okay. Actually, opened my eyes. I was like, there's in our community alone, we have a lot of like people that trade on other and buy on other platforms. So like, oh.
Right.
And
I think those were my first ETH purchases, actually.
Oh, mine too. Yep.
They're pretty cool. I like, there's something about those little guys,
Yeah, if you find the right one that like speaks to you, that's what I found.
Yeah, exactly.
We're also going to offer like kind of help for people that haven't used MetaMask before. We're going to put together something that kind of shows them how to purchase.
Yeah, step by step.
Yep. Yeah, step by step, just so people aren't. It's totally because I think a lot of people in our community, as Jane mentioned, there's some that are experienced traders on different chains, but I think there's some people that the first NFT they ever bought was USD on DataDrop.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of hand holding that's going to be needed for sure.
And I think that's where Disturbance is going to come in. He's been doing these little tech, how-to sort of things in the SBS Discord. So
nice.
I'm going to ask him to do, see if he'll do some for people that may want to jump on with the MetaMask world. So
cool.
Yeah,
we'll see. Well, I'm tired.
All right.
Yeah, no, listen, we appreciate this time immensely. Did want to throw one more question out. We talked a lot about Star Wars, and going back to the Pines a bit, there's a whole subsection of Pine Goos. Is there are they, I don't know, are they like a special in some way?
Yeah. Actually, that could allude to they could allude to something in the extended universe. I'll say that.
Oh wow,
that's very special.
Okay.
So
cool.
That So that see how we're
gotcha. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So
all right.
So the
cool.
Pine Goose could definitely be. I don't know. You probably saw something from the bando shot.
Ooh. Yeah. He's holding one. Yeah.
So
awesome. Well, guys, we can't say thank you enough for joining us. This has really been great, and honestly, like we said, anytime.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe we could do like hangouts. Where we
that'd be cool.
Talk.
Yeah.
Because I sit on these hangouts sometimes, and like I just listen, and they're like, you got Steve Aoki talking, or and they talk about their stuff. Maybe we could do stuff like that. We're just hanging out.
We'll do some Twitter Spaces for sure once we get rolling.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll get Magnum to run them all.
Perfect.
Yeah. What's cool about the metaverse is we could do this, what we're doing now.
Right.
But maybe we could be in a room, like looking at our virtual selves, just
that's
sitting
exactly.
down.
That's
just
my hope.
Out. Yeah, and have the rest of the get along gang too.
Yeah.
Have Chief
Yeah.
have Chief drinking his Bloody Marys and pops a mag in the background on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I haven't figured it out yet, but there's got to be a way to where you can order a drink in True Life, have it delivered to your place, but order from the universe. That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Yep.
Well, guys,
Chief will figure that out.
oh yeah, he'll have it figured out.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys having us on or letting us talk about things. It's nice to have it kind of to do it like in an organic way where we're not like doing some pre-recorded,
Yep.
blitz. It's nice to do it just nice and organic. So appreciate you guys having us on.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, it was a good time, and yeah, we're looking forward to this, and I'll certainly be on there on the mint day and ready to hit that button.
Oh,
Hell
that's
yeah.
Appreciate
awesome.
it, guys.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for having us on your podcast. It's really cool,
Papa Max Podcast.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter at JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.